Welcome to the first video in my brand new channel, Beverage Book and Candle, or Bev Book and Candle. My first video ever here. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous, because I've had my main channel 16 years now, over 16 years, but I've been doing regular uploads there for the past 5 years. I will link that below in the description box if you want to check my main channel out. But there is a reason I am on this new channel tonight for the first time. I probably would not have done a booktube channel if it was not for one person, and that is Peter Likes Books. I will also link him below. It's Peter Mahn's booktube channel. He always talks about his booktube channel with a lot of love and affection. Aside from his vlog, his booktube channel is very important to him. I have never even considered doing a booktube channel until I started watching his. And I've been watching him for years and years. So he is a big inspiration for this channel and me just even starting a second channel. So welcome, I am Mare, aka Nightmare Bliss on my main channel, but you may call me Mare. I am 56. I have been a book nerd for as long as I can remember. And the first thing I want to say before I forget is happy birthday to Peter Mahn from Peter Likes Books, Peter Mahn, Peter Vlogs. Peter does reviews, he watches TV, he does it all. It is his birthday today, so I thought it would be great to release a little booktube video on his birthday, the first one on my channel. So I'm a little nervous. I don't know why. Like I said, I talk about this stuff all the time. So the name of my channel comes from a movie called Bell Book and Candle. I'm not going to go into the whole thing right now. You can read the description of my channel. I have something in there about it. But I thought it would be funny to call it Bev Book and Candle because I always have a beverage. I also always like to have a candle lit, and it's Mythology Candles, M-Y-T-H-O-L-O-G-I-E. This is called the Selkie, and this is a wood wick, and it is almost burnt all the way down. I had this burning earlier, so it counts, right? I'm not gonna light it right now because it is very hot and we're trying to cool it down so we can get some sleep tonight. I'm gonna show a lot of mythology candles on here, probably to go with books, because there's always a story with the mythology candles. I love that. This one's called the Selkie, and it says, on the rugged Scottish shoreline, the seal maiden sheds her skin for the night and assumes human form, sinking her toes into the cool sand and basking in the silver glow of the moonlight. Notes of bleached driftwood, crushed with sea salt, sweet grapefruit among flowering seagrass, and invigorating ozone. This is a natural coconut blend wax. I am obsessed with mythology candles. I've gotten Peter Mahn hooked on mythology candles. This has this very cool wooden lid, and I reuse these jars all the time. I use them for Q-tips and cotton balls and you name it. The Selkie, I'm gonna call this my candle of the day because I did have this going earlier and it is almost gone. The beverage of the night is almost gone because it's so good. This is from a place called Wawa. If you are on the East Coast, specifically the Northeast Coast, you may be familiar with Wawa. It is not everywhere in the country. It's not even in Western Pennsylvania that much. There is a new one opening in Western Pennsylvania that a lot of people are very excited about. But this is a strawberry oat milk refresher. This is delicious. So blush strawberry, got dragon fruit juice in it, a strawberry base, vanilla syrup, strawberry pieces, which I think the next time I'll just tell them to leave the strawberry pieces out, and oat milk. And that's all that's in this. It's very tasty and refreshing. Another reason I wanted to start this channel, I'm doing a Goodreads challenge this year. It's the first time I'm doing the Goodreads challenge. Again, thank you to Peter Mahn, because I probably wouldn't have done it without him talking about it earlier this year. In January, he talked about his Goodreads challenge on his booktube channel, and I went, hey, I have Goodreads and I never use it. I've had it for years. I have been a member of Goodreads for years and years, and I never ever have done anything with it, barely. So this year I've been very active on Goodreads. I've read 75 books. My goal is 125, but the more I read, the more I read. So the more I'm reading, the more I want to read. And it's just, I read every day as much as I can. When I am not reading physical books, I do listen to audiobooks. If you're an anti-audiobook fan, you're a person who's like, I hate audiobooks, and you're loud and proud about it, that's fine. A lot of my books here are going to be physical copies, but I will maybe also talk about some of the audiobooks I've listened to. This is a book that I have been wanting to start reading for the last few days, and I have not started reading it because I want to talk to you guys about it first. Sunday or Monday, I'm going to talk about books that I'm going to be reading throughout the week. Books that I like, books that I have been reading possibly during the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. I will be talking about what I read during the week, where I'm at with it, what I'm thinking. The Book by Keith Houston, or is it Houston? I'm not from New York, but I don't live far from there. It's spelled like Houston though, but I don't know if he pronounces it Houston or Houston, but it's Keith, Houston. The Book, a cover-to-cover exploration of the most powerful object of our time. So basically, he wrote a book about the history of books. In the book, Keith, I'm going to say Houston, but it might be Houston, reveals that the paper, ink, thread, glue, and board from which a book is made tell a story as rich as the words on its pages. In an invitingly tactile history of this 2,000-year-old medium, he follows the development of writing, printing, the art of illustrations, and binding to show how we have moved from cuneiform tablets and papyrus scrolls to the hardcovers and paperbacks of today. There are actually pictures in here, which is really cool. Now I've fallen down a rabbit hole because he has Face to Face with Tears of Joy, Empire of the Sum, not Sun, Sum, S-U-M, and Shady Characters. His writing has appeared in the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, Mental Floss, BBC Culture, and Literary Hub. He lives in Linlithgow, Scotland. This book is 428 pages. However, the acknowledgements and the notes are all of this. There are a lot of notes. There's 2 pages of acknowledgements. The other thing I love is he has a further reading section in here. 3 pages of further reading and a lot of notes. So your actual book length technically is 331 pages. Trying to find some of the pictures. Here's one, got cuneiform tablet. There's a cool picture here. So I am really excited to read this. There's a whole bunch of little just like line drawings in here. This is a parchment scroll containing part of the Deuteronomy, specifically 10 Commandments. Introduction. This is a book about books. Whether it was a flimsy paperback or ponderous coffee table tome, a book was a book, and the word came without caveats. We bought books at shops and garage sales. We borrowed them temporarily from libraries and permanently from our friends, and sometimes the other way around. We held them reverently, gingerly, or forced them open until their spines cracked. We filled them neatly on bookshelves or piled them haphazardly at our bedsides. To paraphrase Supreme Court Justice Power Stewart, we know a book when we see it. After more than 1,000 years as the world's most important form of written record, the book as we know it faces an unknown future. So he's going into... I'm sure he's going to talk about audiobooks, ebooks, cheap weightless things downloaded at the touch of tap of a touch screen or click of a mouse. The last paragraph of the introduction is, this book is about the history and the making and the bookness of all those books, the weighty, complicated, inviting artifacts that humanity has been writing, printing, and binding for more than 1,500 years. It is about the book you know when you see it. This is copyright 2016. So I can't believe this came out in 2016 and I have never heard of it, but I'm glad I heard of it now. It's in parts. So we have part 1 is the page. So he talks about pulp, Silk Road to Paper Trail. Then he goes into text, the arrival of writing. Then part 3 is illustrations. Part 4 is form, books before the book, papyrus scrolls and wax tablets, invention of the codex, binding the page, book size matters, the invention of the modern book. A lot of interesting things. So the rabbit hole is right here. This is his other books. Shady Characters, The Secret Life of Punctuation, Symbols, and Other Typographical Marks. If you are a nerd like me, you might really love this author. Empire of the Sum is the rise and reign of the pocket calculator. If you're going on Jeopardy, it might be great to read this guy's books. Face with Tears of Joy, A Natural History of the Emoji, which is probably the next one I'm going to read of his after this one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Welcome to the new channel. Let me know what you're reading in the comments. 2016 this came out. You can probably find it on, I'm sure it's on Audible. It'd be funny if it's on Audible. It's a book about books. And he talks about actually having a book and then it's going to be on Audible. I have not looked. I am just reading this hard copy because I cannot imagine not reading the hard copy of a book about books. Thank you for being here. We're going to have a lot of fun. I have been reading like crazy. If you're wondering the 75 books I have read, I am going to go back and do a video talking about the books that I have read this year so far. Not all of them, Probably most of them. I'm thinking about doing 30-second reviews and just going down it and going good, great, no, no, pass, pass. I've read a lot. I have not DNF'd anything. I will slog through. I don't like to DNF books. So as much as I can help it, I try not to. Anyway, let me know what you think of the book. This is what I'm reading this week. I don't know if I'll get through the whole thing this week, but I probably will, because I'm kind of obsessed with it and I can't wait to read it. Thank you for stopping by. If you could give me a subscribe, give me a thumbs up on this video. Let's talk about books. I never really do too much on my main channel. That's why we're doing it over here. So I'm so excited. I could finally talk about something that's a huge passion of mine that I never talk about on my main channel. And when I'm not doing things that you guys see on my main channel, that's what I'm doing. I'm usually reading. See you in the next one. Bye for now. Happy birthday, Peter Mon. Go wish Peter Likes Books a happy birthday. His birthday is today. My first video in honor of Peter Mon, who this channel would not be here without his inspiration. Happy birthday, Peter. Love you.